All right, and I believe we are live.
Welcome back to Starcastic Remarks, the only Starcastic Remark podcast, Starcastic Remarks.
You have to be annoying like that.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, what do you think?
I think we winded again and we got a good goalie.
We did the thing again. Wow, just absolutely fantastic tonight again. Stars win the Nashville Crappers by a final score of 3-2. Again, who would have thought? Play Coles from the Stars. How great is that?
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't even really know what's going right with the power play, but it's going really right. I mean, there is one obvious thing. The passing looks fantastic. Like, that's obvious throughout the team. They're just making great passes all around, is what it seems like. Getting out of the zone, breakouts, where they had that press on in the third period, we were able to break that pretty easily, too. It's just great passes all around, it seems like. And I think that's really helping on the power play.
Well, and I would be terrible not to mention amazing save by Dobby at the last minute. What did you think of that?
Yeah, he had multiple. That was terrifying. I literally screamed at both of the big saves that he made there. So yeah, that was pretty sweet. I like having Dobby. He's good at saving pucks.
Yeah, and I was honestly scared for a little bit because I thought that the Stars weren't going to be able to keep it up. I thought, you know, the whole not getting a goal on 5-on-5 thing was going to hurt us, but in the end, it didn't. We got lucky.
Yeah, being
Who
good
is
at
your most
power plays helps.
Who is your most notable player tonight?
All right, so I already know what yours is probably going to be, but I'm going to give one that most people probably didn't think about. Rope Hintz, 3-point night, 1 goal, 2 assists. No, wait. Yeah, no, three assists, no goals. The stats on here are messed up, but whatever. He had 3 assists
Stats on the NHL website.
on the app. Yeah, it says he has 2 goals, which that's not true. He has 3 assists. So that's
Man,
fire.
great game all around.
No,
We
I
are
was
gonna have to
right. He
figure
has
out.
1 goal and 2 assists. Stupid app. I'm moving on to the website.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up too, just because got to make sure I get everything in too. Well, what did you think of the play of Ty Delandria tonight?
He was good. All over Twitter and stuff too. Everyone was saying how noticeable he was. Like you couldn't not notice him playing well. Like even the first penalty kill, the double block shots when he limped off the ice. Like that's a pretty great way to make an impact in the game whenever you're not a high profile player yet, and he did it valiantly. And throughout the game, great forecheck, really fast, had lots of chances if he could just get them on the net.
I think my noticeable player for tonight was Jason Dickinson. Did
What?
okay. He did okay.
That doesn't make him a noticeable player. He did okay. My noticeable player of the night.
Well, player was because he had several opportunities and then he whiffed like on 3 of the 4 opportunities that he had.
MVP. Give him a trophy. I mean, honestly, he had 3 chances that he missed. Let's give him a prize. Maybe we should make him the second overall, not the first, because Pavelski had those 2 goals, but at least second overall star. You're dumb. That was really dumb. Dickinson, I think you just like him because I don't like him.
Yes, that's exactly the point. I love Jason Dickinson.
He did nothing.
He did. He's there. Okay. He's.
I
there.
don't know why you're so happy that he's there at the games. Like, you still have yet to explain what he did other than exist. And all you would do is agree with me when I say that. And that's not a good thing. That's bad.
He did jump on the first line with Ben being out, and I think he deserved a little bit of credit for that. How much?
He's -1. I mean, -1, no points.
What did
He had a hit. That's pretty good. Okay,
17,
here, I'll give you this one. He had good face-off percentage.
67%? That's actually really high, but still not better than Delandria.
I don't know if Delandria took that many draws.
Did he? Well,
I
it's
have no idea.
an awkward percentage. So he had to have.
Maybe.
Or is that just me? Am I just being stupid again?
Well, you said Dickinson, so you're definitely the stupid one right now.
Who did you think I was gonna say?
Pavelski, Dobby, one of the people who actually made an impact in the hockey game. My bad for giving you more credit than you're due.
Well, honestly, I was actually gonna say Hint, and then you stole mine, so I had to come up with something real quick. I like
Uh,
Dick the way he plays, so you be nice.
what, by doing nothing?
Uh huh.
I like how the best thing you could say about him is that he exists. Like,
He does exist,
that's the
but
best thing you could say.
the thing about Dickinson is that he's very versatile. He's a very utility player, so he can play anywhere.
He can
you
do
need him
nothing
to.
all
He
over
may
the
not-
ice.
He may not be the goal scorer that you want him to be,
Or the point scorer, or the playmaker, or the defender, or the forechecker, or the passer, or the penalty killer. But other than that, he's great.
Right.
You're right.
Well, honestly, I
You've
think the
convinced
best thing
me.
about yeah. Well, I think the best thing. I think the best thing about this game, though, is that the power play continues to go for the Stars, who have scored 80% of their goals on the power play, and 90% on special teams.
Yeah. That's weird. I don't get it. I mean, we were good on the power play in the playoffs, so honestly, the team looks like they're still in the playoffs back in Edmonton. Like, I don't know what's happening, but it looks like the exact same team, and they look scary right now.
They
I
do.
think part of
They
it
do.
is the Predators are not good. I think they're worse than we were expecting them to be, and what everyone else thinks they are. Because there was a lot of just standing around doing nothing. Like in the third period, they looked a little better, but still, like.
Well, in the first period, before the Stars got the power play goal, they had some sustained offensive pressure in our zone. And I mean, yeah, we were handling it okay, and Dobby was making some saves, and we were making some good block shots and everything. But I mean, they had some extended zone time. They took a penalty, and then immediately the game was changed. And you know, after that, it just power play goal after power play goal. Speaking of power play goals, how about that shot from Gurionov?
It's scary. I would want to
It must
save
be
that.
a Russian thing. It really must be a Russian thing. Ovechkin and Gurionov. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like the exact same thing. They go to a spot, they shoot really hard from that spot, and it goes in the net sometimes.
Well, I would love to see. And I wish they were still using the tracker pucks. I know that they had some issues with them or whatever, and they're going to wait for a new batch before they start using them again. But I would love to know like how fast that shot was. I would guess over 100 miles an hour at this point, but who knows? Let's talk about our man Joe Pavelski. Tell everybody what you told me about the whole 82 game. If it was 82 games. And
Oh
what
yeah,
pace
if
he
it
would
was
be
an
on.
82 game season, the pace that Pavelski is on right now, he would get approximately 287 points. Which beats the current record of Wayne Gretzky by 75.
That's insane.
So, if you want to beat Gretzky, keep it up, Pavelski.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
I mean, it's
don't
looking
see how
pretty
that's
easy
gonna
for him
happen.
so far.
Right. So what would be his actual pace right now in a 56 game?
I forgot.
Uh,
I didn't write it down.
well, he had 4 last game and he had 3 this game. So let's just say that he gets 3 every game. What would that be?
Make me do
180
math now?
points?
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
know. 180 points, something like that. Not realistic, but still pretty cool. And
Yeah.
how old is this guy again? 36 years old?
Old.
Old?
Too old to be playing hockey.
Goodness gracious. That's just absolutely fantastic. San Jose must be looking at him right now and being like, and boo-hooing their fans at least. Just, my goodness. And it's all because they signed Erik Karlsson.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's something I was actually a little bit surprised about with the game. So the fourth line did not play that much in the game today, which was a little different. And I understand why, because we're missing Kiwi and we're missing Ben on top of the three guys that we were already missing. But Robertson had 7.5 minutes on ice, and then same thing with Kamano. He had almost 8. So we played a different style game, and Bonus kind of divvied up the minutes a little bit. And I kind of noticed that because I was like, where's Robertson? We haven't really heard Robertson's name very much. So
Yeah, especially in a closer game when you've got guys that are that young, it's hard to put them out there for extended periods of time like that.
well, then my argument would be, what about Delandria?
Well,
16 minutes and 16 seconds.
Well, if you're looking good, it's not hard to put you back out there. I mean, if you're playing good hockey, you're gonna get put back on the ice. It doesn't really matter.
Couple of stats. Let's talk about some of these stats. They look a little better than they did even last game. And last game we slaughtered them. Very weird. The shot totals were very low today. So in favor of the Stars, it was 22-17. So not only were the Predators just not getting any sustained pressure after we got those power play goals, I mean, you're not going to score many goals when you only have 17 shots on goal. And then again, they got 2 in. So
yeah, the fact that they scored 2 is pretty good for only 17 shots.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, and then Dallas only had 22 to begin with as well. So face-off percentage, pretty even. Nashville 51, Dallas 49.
Which is good for the Stars because last game they were vastly
much
outdone.
Lower. Yeah, much lower. And on the power play, this is the difference in the game again. 3-4 for Dallas and 1-4 for Nashville. So I obviously we can't expect this to continue, but the thing that worries me about this is that, okay, that's great. We played Nashville twice and slaughtered them with play goals, but what are we going to do with our next series of games? Because we've only scored one 5-on-5 goal. But the thing is that when we were playing 5-on-5, I didn't see anything that we were doing wrong. It just wasn't going in the back of the net.
Yeah, it still looked decent. I think it's just a lot harder because especially when we have less like high skill guys on the ice right now with Sagan and Ben out and Kiviranta for that matter. Like it's harder to get chances. So I think the key when we stop scoring so many power play goals is you have to capitalize on the chances when you get them because they're going to be few and far between.
So does that mean we need to I mean, I'm not expecting, 70% power play through the season, but is that what we're going to have to do now? Just rely on power play?
I mean, I think power play, if it's going this well, then why not? Like, you should rely on it if it's doing well like this, but
it almost feels like I'm watching the Edmonton Oilers out there with how good the Stars power play is right now.
Yeah, it looks scary.
It looks scary. And then Hintz is just, he's doing exactly what we thought he was going to have to do. Is he's dishing the puck.
Yeah,
so
what we hoped he would do, not what we thought he would do. He's going far beyond what we thought he would do. But yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty fantastic.
So, and then just like, here's another interesting thing. I'm looking at the stat sheet. So, guess who led the team with shots on goal? It's real obvious.
Gurianov.
Yeah, Gurianov, and it wasn't even close. Gurianov had 7 shots on goal. 7.
Yeah, and that should happen every single game. He should have the most shots every single game. Like, if you're going to be a
Agreed.
goal scorer, shoot the dang puck, and he has been. So, Gurianov is not allowed to pass. Shoot.
And the one time he passed, we were all like, "What are you doing? Shoot the puck!"
Yeah, I think most of the people who are watching this podcast would say that they know the exact time we're talking about. He had a one-timer opportunity and he passed, and we were like, "What the heck? You should have 8 shots."
Yeah, I think it was it 3-1 at that point, or was it 2-1 at that point?
I don't know.
It was one of the two. I forget. But anyway, so the next closest person with shots on goal wise was 2, and it's tied between Rads, Pavelski, and Cogliano of all people. Cogliano had 2 shots on goal, so obviously it wasn't even close. Not even close. So all right. So anyways, talking about more of the more stats for just general team stats. Will actually out hit us today, 24-18, which is a little strange.
Yeah, I think that was due more to frustration than anything. Like, especially in the third period,
typically when you
it kind of felt like they were just throwing the body around for no reason.
Yeah, typically when you can't score the goals that you need, you typically go more physical and you start hitting more. So, and then Nashville also had more blocked shots apparently. 26-17. That seems weird to me.
Because we had,
I swear we had more block shots.
On average, we had more block shots, it felt like. But they just didn't have as many attempts, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I don't know. Well, and then on top of that, the giveaways look a lot better than yesterday. So than Friday. So one of the big, downfalls of the 7-0 win, if you could call it that, is that we had a lot of giveaways. So you led that to being more of I already forgot. What did you say on Friday?
Just puck movers on defense trying to make stretch passes. But especially this game, it seemed like that really wasn't what we were doing. Like, it felt like Klingberg and Heiskanen were kind of not as involved in this game. I mean, Klingberg still had a point. He had an assist. But Heiskanen felt like he wasn't really making deep, long passes. And I don't know. It felt like the D wasn't as involved as they were last game. But that's not always bad.
Someone that stood out to me offensively that kept trying to get into the play was Alexiak. It seemed like there were like 3 or 4 or 5 times when he was trying to jump up on the rush, and I was just like,
well, in great pinches too. Like his awareness of when he should go in on a play is really one of the best on the team. I feel like I never think he makes the wrong decision. Like Klingberg, that's one of the things that he's not great at, knowing when to fall back and when to go. But Alexiak, I feel like he always makes the right decision when it comes to those.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that leads me to my next thing, that we haven't seen much of Heiskanen.
Yeah.
Like, doing Heiskanen-y things, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
there hasn't been very many of those. Yeah.
This has been the worst start ever. Are you kidding me? What the crap? 2 games and you don't have a point?
It's just weird because some of the things we expected are not happening, and a lot of the stuff we didn't expect is happening.
Well, offensively, it's not happening for Heiskanen, but on the defensive side, it's still amazing.
He is taking care of
it. Like, he had like 2 2-on-1s here, and I wasn't worried about it at all. And he made great passes all night. So, for playing a more defensive game this game, he was unnoticeable, which overall is good if you're a defenseman, if you're not going to jump on the rush like we hope he does in the future. Now, he can't be like that all the time. For us to be good, he needs to be an offensive defenseman. But, I mean, 2 games, like, come on. And he was one of the last ones to get off COVID protocol. So I think he's still picking up up pace.
Let's see.
Like, some people can't even walk up the stairs when they get the Rona, and he's already, like, skating 30 miles an hour. What the heck?
Yeah, that is true. So, even though the stats may not look good for Hudobin, because it looks like his save percentage was an .882 for the game tonight, he still came up with that huge save when we needed it at the end.
And throughout the game, there's two other big saves too that I can think of. I don't remember exactly where, but he makes great saves. He's been outstanding so far in the first two games. So no complaints from me. He's playing like it's the playoffs still. That's the way this team
Mhm.
feels. It feels like we still have that mojo together. And if we can keep it going, like when we get Ben, Sagan, and Kiviranta back, like we're the best team in the league. I feel like if we get Ben Bishop, Tyler, like we're playing this good, and we have our three best players out:
Pretty
Ben
much.
Bishop, Tyler Sagan, and Jamie Benn. Those are traditionally our three best players, and they're not playing, and we still beat the Predators pretty handily. Like I don't know, dude.
It was a pretty handily win.
Yeah, because
I
like
like
it
that.
felt comfortable throughout the game, right? Like the last minute is always scary in a one goal hockey game, but for a one goal
Yeah.
win, like that's as comfortable as you can be.
Well, okay, so Tanner Kiro. Tanner Kiro. I actually had to look this guy up. So he has not played very many games in the NHL, and he made his Dallas Stars debut today. So he he is actually from Michigan. Previously, he's played 72 games, all of them with the Blackhawks. And the last time he played an NHL game was 2017-2018. So he's been in the minors for quite a while now. So based off of his play today, how did you think? What did you think of him?
I mean, it was decent. I mean, he did his job. I saw a couple bad passes, but I mean, he was hustling the pucks. He was forechecking, but like, I mean, he it seems like he's like a true depth guy. Like, we're not expecting him to be a great player coming up soon, and that's why he's on the
Right,
taxi squad, right? Like, he's a
right.
depth guy. He'll be a leader in an AHL team hopefully next season when everything goes back to normal. But like, he's not really made to be a full time NHLer.
Well, I liked his play. Generally, there was not much I could complain about. I think there was one time I said, like you said, that there was ooh, that wasn't a good pass or something like that. I think it was just along the boards trying to get out of his own zone. But
Yeah, I'm not trying to rag on him, but
he
like,
was, yeah, yeah, he was.
it,
He's a Dickinson. How about that?
yeah,
He was just kind of there.
exactly. Which is why I
But
didn't
now,
like him.
now he did get thrust into a second line role spot, which is unusual for someone coming straight out of the taxi squad or from the AHL or whatever. And he got his opportunity just pretty early.
Yeah, I
So
think that shows the depth of our players and the flexibility of our lines more than anything, though. Like, if you think about, like, right now, there is definitely a fourth line, but that's more because we're out of players. Like, there's too many people hurt. But, like, if we had those three forwards back, it's tough to say what our fourth line definitively is. So I think that just shows how good all around this team is and how well structured the lines are overall.
how long do you think Ben's gonna be out?
I think he's back next game.
Yeah, I think so too. It sounded like he was even considering being in this game tonight.
Yeah, it seemed very possible tonight, is from what I got from Bones and stuff, but I don't know.
We'll have to see. And then also, Kiviranta, for those of you that don't know, got put on IR. So that's not a good thing.
Yeah,
Normally,
at least
what that
10
means is
days,
that it's a,
right?
I think it is 10 days. Yeah, it's like a certain amount of days or a certain amount of games. One of the two. I'll have to look that up and get back to y'all on that. But uh, he's on IR, and maybe it was for cap reasons. I don't know. I wouldn't think so because the
No, that
people they're
doesn't make
bringing up
sense.
are less. But that kind of leads me to believe that his injury is a little bit more serious than Ben's, obviously.
Yeah, hopefully not, but yeah, I mean, we're given no information, so what can we even speculate about?
Right. Well, we will be getting our Stars media credentials here within the next week or so. So we'll be able to get into the post game shows and post game interviews and stuff like
Bro,
that.
for
So we'll see.
real?
hmm So
I'm gonna ask some stupid freaking questions. Y'all be ready for
maybe I
that.
shouldn't give you
You
your
should give
credentials.
me the first credential.
All right. Well, I think that's it, Chris. You got anything else to say?
Go Stars and the mustard cats suck.
Agreed. The Muster Cats lost. Yay, yay. Who do we got next? I don't even know. Who do we play next?
Scroll up, other way. No idea.
You are no help, Chris. Who's gonna? I'm gonna beat you first. I'm gonna get it first.
Stupid
Dang it! I
website.
can't find it.
Dang, this website
Detroit.
sucks. I hate this
Detroit.
website. We're
Detroit.
playing
I win.
Detroit next? Oh, that's so
Yes.
sad.
Well, hey, we need to cross our fingers and not say stupid stuff first. All right, guys. So the next game is going to be against Detroit, 7:30 on Fox Sports Southwest. They'll play on Tuesday at
They're
that
2
time,
and
and then
4.
again on Thursday. So right now Detroit's 2-4, but they've looked better.
No,
And
that's a lie.
that's not a lie. That's true. Bobby
They
Ryan
beat
is
they beat
actually
Chicago.
okay. That's true. But
Oh.
but Bobby Ryan is actually leading the NHL in goal scoring right now. Go figure. So we'll be seeing him. So all right, guys, we'll catch y'all later, and this will be up on the podcast later tonight. Bye.
Goodbye.
Go Stars.
We're getting media credentials.